because many devotees, they want to ask questions to Śrīla Mahārāja, and it is very difficult for us to manage for that. That's why Śrīla Mahārāja is saying that if anybody is having question today, especially we will prefer new devotees. If they have any question, they can ask, and Śrīla Mahārāja will answer here itself. Anybody is having any question?
My question is, I'm very new, and the first priority is being completely loyal to Gurudev. With that said, I've been informed, like, there's certain people even within Gaudiya Math, maybe not to hear from, because it could disturb, maybe they have a different mood. Although it's good to hear, then I'm also informed that it's good to hear from other gurus and other Vaishnavas to take instruction. So I want to know, what is the fine line? What is the balance?
उनका प्रश्न है कि मैं बहुत नई हूँ भक्ति मार्ग में, और मुझे ये पता है कि वैष्णवों से हरि कथा का श्रवण करना चाहिए, किंतु कुछ कुछ ऐसे वाले लोग भी होते हैं जिनसे हरि कथा श्रवण करने से हमारा जो गुरु निष्ठा है या फिर जो हमारी विचारधारा है उससे अलग हट करके कुछ होता है। तो इसके बीच में अंतर कैसे पता चलता है कि किससे सुनना चाहिए और किससे नहीं सुनना चाहिए?
जिसका विचार शास्त्र, गुरु और युक्ति से सिद्ध है, वही विचार को ही लेना। साधु शास्त्र गुरुवत्व चित्ते ते कोरिया वक्ष, तीनों एक पर्याय का होगा, अलग अलग नहीं हो सकता है।
I think everybody understood the question. So Śrīla Mahārāja gave the answer that the words of Guru, the words of Shastras, and the words of Sadhu, if it is same, then and only then it is acceptable. Means, if Shastras are saying one thing and Vaishnavas are also repeating the same things, but if someone's Guru, he mentions something different from these two things, these two like personalities, Shastra and Vaishnavas, then the words of Guru is not acceptable. If Vaishnava is saying something, but his words are not according to the words of Guru and Shastra, then the words of that Vaishnava is also not acceptable. There is nothing which can be there in the Shastra and which is not acceptable. But we may not be able to reconcile that how whatever is written in the Shastra, but I am seeing practically it has been followed in a little different way, then he can consult, and the solution the sadhu will give will also definitely from the Shastra, and the proper reconciliation will also come. So the simple way Śrīla Mahārāja is mentioning that whenever you have to hear from somebody, then you make sure that whatever they speak is according to Shastra and the words of Guru, nothing else. Anything else? बोलो बोलो, आप आगे आ जाओ, बोलो।
at the stage of Nishta, personified by 10th verse, Kirtaniya Sadahari, and at the stage of Bhav, it says Namgani Sadaruchi. So I wanted to know what's the difference in Kirtaniya Sadahari and Namgani Sadaruchi. Is there any difference?
बोलते हैं कि शास्त्र में दो बातें सुनाई देती हैं, कीर्तनिया सदाहरि और नाम गाने सदा रुचि। तो इस दोनों चीजों में क्या विशेष कुछ अंतर है? क्योंकि नाम गाने सदा रुचि जहाँ पर बताया, उसमें बताते हैं जिसके हृदय में भाव का अंकुर उदित हो गया है, उसमें खांति, अव्यर्थ, कालत्वम इत्यादि में बताया। नाम गाने सदा रुचि। और जो कीर्तनिया सदाहरि है वो अलग समय में बताया गया है। तो इसलिए इन दोनों के बीच में कुछ वैशिष्ट, कोई अंतर, ऐसा कुछ है?
वैशिष्ट है। कीर्तनिया सदाहरि, उसका आगे क्या बोला?
चेतो दर्पण मार्जन से प्रारंभ करके
সেটা বাদ ইয়ে করে সেখানে বলা হচ্ছে। শুধু কীর্তনীয় সদাহরি এটা বললে হবে না, पहले कीर्तनीय सदाहरि का अवस्था में उन्नीत होने का भाग कीर्तनीय सदाहरि, ये हुआ नहीं, इधर तो उपदेश कीर्तनीय सदाहरि। तो उसका पहले ये चारी गुणे गुणी हुआ करह कीर्तन, चार गुण तो होना चाहिए, उसका बाद बोलना, पहले ही तो बोला नहीं ये कीर्तनीय सदाहरि। इसलिए तो 8 श्लोक, प्रथम श्लोक में बोला चित्त दर्पण मार्जन, তারপরে उसमें আরো দেখায়া যে এত নাম কীর্তন করলাম তথাপি নামে রুচি হচ্ছে না কেন?
ওইটা থাক, এটা বলা হয়েছে।
আচ্ছা বলো।
आपको समझ आया? आप ही अनुवाद करो तो इधर नहीं। I'm asking him that he asked the question and then he understood the answer. He's saying yes, I understood the answer. I'm asking him to translate, then he's saying no.
Can you translate or you?
So the question was that there is a Naam Gane Sadaruchi in the verse Khanti Avyartha Kalatvam, where the symptoms are being mentioned of a devotee in whose heart the sprout of bhav is manifested. And then we hear Kirtaniya Sadahari in the first verse of Shikshashtaka. So Kirtaniya Sadahari means always chant the name, always perform the Kirtan of Lord Hari. Kirtaniya Sadahari. And Nam Gane Sadaruchi means a devotee is having taste to chant the name continuously. So when I asked Mahārāja that is there any speciality in these two sentences or anything else, then Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that in this there is a speciality. What is that? Kirtaniya Sadahari is the instruction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving the instruction that if you want Cheto Darpan Marjan, then you perform Kirtan all the time. So this is his instruction. If you want Bhavu Mahadava Agni Nirvapanam, then you should always perform Sankirtan. But who can perform Sankirtan all the time? A devotee who is having 4 special qualities in him. And what are those special qualities? It is been mentioned in the 3rd verse, and which mentions Danne Daya Anne Man Pratishtha Varjan. Danne means considering oneself humbler than the blade of grass. Danne Daya, one should have mercy for all other jivas. Anne Man, he will be offering all respect to others. Danne Daya Anne Man Pratishtha Varjan, and one will not be desiring for any name, fame, prestige, position, all these things. Then and only then he is able to chant the name of Lord Hari continuously. But on the other side, when it is being said that Naam Gane Sada Ruchi. Over there, this is called the special quality of a devotee at that stage. It is not that this instruction is been given to him. At that time, it is natural that even though he has crossed all these stages, unearth is not there in his heart at all. But he is always having taste to chant the name because he is able to extract nectar out of it. He feels that he is tasting nectar. Whereas Kirtaniya Sadahari is an instruction to pass all these things from one's heart. Chetodarpan, Marjan, all other things.
In Vishnu Chaitanya, it mentioned that Nam Prabhu has a personality, like form, has activities. And we also understand that Nam is, and Nam in terms of Krishna and Radha, they are also the same. So how do we understand what personality Nam Prabhu has? Is that the form that comes with progressive chanting?
बोल रहे हैं कि जो नाम प्रभु हम लोग जब बोलते हैं तो नाम प्रभु का अर्थ जो है वो क्या होता है। ऐसे तो हम नाम को जानते हैं कि भगवान का वांगमय मूर्ति, शब्द, अवतार, और दूसरी तरफ से बोल रहे हैं नाम प्रभु, उनका अपना एक स्वरूप है, देखाए निज रूप गुण, जो भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर बोलते हैं।
भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर बोलते हैं
रूप गोस्वामी जी का अष्टक और उसका कीर्तन का अनुवाद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर का, देखाए निज रूप गुण। तो उसमें बोलते हैं कि वो जो नाम का रूप है वो राधा और कृष्ण का मिलित स्वरूप है, युगल किशोर है, ना कुछ और।
युगल किशोर है, वो रूप उन्होंने दिखाएंगे।
जो नाम प्रभु बोलते हैं फिर वो बोलते हैं शब्द, जो शब्द अवतार है,
शाब्दिक अवतार। Sound representative.
So the question was being asked that sometime we call Naam Prabhu. To the Lord we call Naam Prabhu, who manifested himself in the form of his Naam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it has been mentioned that Naam Prabhu is having his own form. Is it same as Krishna or is it the combined form of Radha and Krishna? So Srila Mahārāja mentioned that Srila Rupa Goswāmi Pad in his Naam Ashtaka, he has mentioned one verse which says that how when a person takes shelter of Naam, then this Naam shows his own form to the sincere sadhaka, dekhai nij roop gun, and manifest his qualities also in front of a sincere sadhaka. So then the question was being asked Srila Mahārāja that is this form or quality which Naam Prabhu will manifest in front of sincere sadhaka is of Krishna or Radha and Krishna. Then Srila Mahārāja mentioned that Radha and Krishna's form and Radha and Krishna's qualities will be manifested in front of those devotees, those who will take sincere shelter at the lotus feet of Naam Prabhu, means the incarnation of Lord in the form of these syllables, Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Mantra, Jai Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Krishna Chaitanya, the name of Mahārāja. So we meditate on this now the silence in that moment, or we have a
बोलते हैं कि जो पंच तत्व महामंत्र हम करते हैं, श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा, इसमें जो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य है ये महाप्रभु के सन्यास वाला नाम है। और जो महाप्रभु की सारी नवद्वीप में लीलाएं हुई हैं उसमें उनके सारे नाम जो हैं वो दूसरे वाले हैं, संन्यास वाला नहीं है। तो इसीलिए जब ये वाला नाम पंच तत्व करते हैं जिस समय, उस समय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य कहने से जो मन में भावना आती है वो महाप्रभु का जो संन्यास वाला नाम है उसकी वाली भावना आती है। तो क्या इसके बीच में कोई और रहस्य है, कोई और बात है, या फिर इसी रूप में स्मरण करना चाहिए?
इसी रूप में स्मरण करना, इसमें कोई प्रयोग नहीं है। इसलिए ये तो उन्होंने उसमें दिखाया, जो सन्यास दिखाया, इसलिए मैं सन्यासी बुद्धि से भी पहले तो निमाई बुद्धि करता था, अरे बड़ा विद्वान, ये इधर आ जाएगा तो सबको जय कर देंगे, ऐसा विचार करता था। और जब सन्यास लिया तो सन्यास बुद्धि से उनका प्रणाम करना पड़ेगा। यदि प्रणाम ना करे तो गंगा स्नान करने पड़ेगा।
तो अभी इसके बीच में जो हुआ,
हाँ,
इसमें हुआ कि आप कह रहे हैं श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य जो है संन्यास वाला नाम होने पर भी ये उनका संन्यास लीला का अभिनय है किसी विशेष कारण से, ना कि ये उनका अपना वास्तविक आइडेंटिटी है।
ना,
ठीक है,
विशेष कारण संन्यास तो बाहरी रूप है।
ठीक,
कि कहा संन्यास मोर प्रेम प्रेम।
ठीक। Śrīla Mahārāja answered that Sri Krishna Chaitanya, even though this name is Mahaprabhu's sannyas name, but still we must understand that Mahaprabhu, he is the combined form of Radha and Krishna, not a sannyasi. His sannyas leela is a leela, a special pastime for some special reason. Like it has been mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavata that why Sriman Mahaprabhu accepted sannyasa. There were some people, those who were unable to understand the real mood of Nimai. They were not able to accept his mood, and they were even going like they were doing opposition. So to bring them to the line and at the same time for their well-being, for their auspiciousness, Mahaprabhu accepted sannyasa. That at least by seeing a sannyasi, they will pay their pranams. In this way, they will meet with auspiciousness. So this was the reason of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's accepting sannyasa. But in reality, we know that who is he? He is the combined form of Radha and Krishna. And while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyasa, in that sannyas also he mentioned one very special thing, that ki kaj sannyas moro, prem prayojan, that what there is no need for me to accept sannyas externally. The only prayojan, the only need or the only goal is to attain Krishna Prem, nothing else. So even if when we chant this name Shri Krishna Chaitanya, sannyas form of Mahaprabhu comes in the mind, but with the mood that Prem is the only prayojan, nothing else. Anybody else?
Yeah. When we were in ISKCON, we were taught to chant this Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Bhakti Shri Study Gaura Bhaktivedanta before every Mahamantra round that we chant on the beats. So every round, then we chant this Shri Krishna Chaitanya, and then next. But it's not it's a different mood, the Braj mood and the Navadvip mood. So, what should we do? Should we chant it still or should we leave it? Did you understand?
You must have heard answer about what Gurudev gave answer, no?
I didn't ask Guru.
No, but this question is there and Gurudev also gave answer for this, no? You know this. But still you want to confirm from me. No, it's like, see, like, sometimes I feel like putting Maharaj in such a situation where he can, like he gives this answer, then oh, it's with ISKCON. And if Maharaj gives answer, close to Gurudev answer, then oh, okay, Gurudev Maharaj is also opposing ISKCON. So it should not be like the simple way, like if we really want to ask something like this, I think we can ask in private. Please, huh? In Maharaj's room you can come, I will arrange for that. We can ask this question.
Quite frankly, I've never taught that in ISKCON. That's our son taught.
Okay.
I've never
Okay. Vrindavan Vilasini Didi, who is direct disciple of Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, she is mentioning that she was never been taught like that.
Yeah, I'm not disciple of Swami Prabhupada.
No, but still, like when we say ISKCON means he, na? Afterward, maybe whatever practices come, that's different, but that's not what he is mentioning.
Okay.
Anyway, आपने 2-4 मिनट बोले दिए छेड़े दिन जा अपना इच्छा सेट बोले दिन
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महाभगन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिसे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणासिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पति गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये भक्त्या विहीना अपराधरक्षै चित्तस्य कामादि तरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। हम लोग एक व्रत पालन किया 64 भक्ति का अंगों का बीच में ये भी भक्तंग है। क्या भक्तंग? कार्तिकादि व्रत। कार्तिक व्रत का 64 भक्ति अंग का भीतर में आते हैं। बाकी जो सब है ये भक्ति है, लेकिन 64 भक्ति इसका बीच में एक है कार्तिक आदि व्रत। कार्तिक महीना में व्रत पालन करना, इसमें इसको बोलते हैं नियम सेवा, नियमित सेवा करना। अभी तो शारीरिक असुविधा है। पहले देखा था ये अष्टकालियों लीला कीर्तन होता था, और अष्टकालियों इसका वही विभिन्न समय में विभिन्न सुर से यही कीर्तन होता था। इसका मतलब क्या? ना 24 घंटे हमारा एकमात्र कीर्तन है भगवान का सेवा करना, और कोई कीर्तन नहीं। इसलिए भगवान का शक्ति का अंश है जीव, तो इनका तो भगवत सेवा छोड़कर और कोई कीर्तन नहीं रह सकता है। इसी को ही आदर्श से दिखाया एक कार्तिक व्रत में। और यही जो कार्तिक व्रत में ब्रह्मा विमोहन, इंद्र मोहन, ये सब जो लीला, ये लीला भगवान ब्रह्मा का उपलक्ष्य करके शिक्षा दिया, न कि ब्रह्मा मोहित हो गया और ऐसा किया, ये बात नहीं। सबका अंदर में गूढ़ रहस्य है। ब्रह्मा है हमारा गुरु, कृष्ण होते चतुर्मुख, यही तो गुरु परंपरा में है। तो उनमें भक्ति कैसे रहेगा? उनका उपलक्ष्य करके शिक्षा दिया। भगवान अपना जन का उपलक्ष्य करके शिक्षा दी। इसको ध्यान में रखना। उसके जब रुद्र रूप से अलग अलग करके देखे तब समझेगा ब्रह्मा ने गलती किया, उनको शासन किया। ऐसा देखा जाए ये लोग भी मोहित हो सकता है यदि संपूर्ण शरणागत ना हो। इंद्र भगवान का बड़ा भाई है। उनका छोटा है वामन देव उपेंद्र। इन्होंने ये देखा कोई 64 भक्तंग जब तक साधन ना करे तब उनका दिमाग में ये बोध आएगा नहीं। इसलिए ब्रह्मा समझा नहीं ऐसा लीला, इंद्र समझा नहीं ऐसा लीला देखते हैं। नहीं तो वामन देव इंद्र का कृपा किया, ब्रह्मा को कृपा किया, शिव को कृपा किया। कब कृपा किया? और एकमात्र दिखाया जब संपूर्ण शरणागत कोई शरणागति शिक्षा करने के लिए यही कार्तिक आदि व्रत, दामोदर व्रत, दामोदर व्रतों में शिक्षा क्या दिया? विभिन्न संप्रदाय में श्रेष्ठ एक है। क्या शिक्षा दिया? न एक तरफ भगवान का कृपा और एक तरफ भक्तों का भक्ति चेष्टा, ये दोनों जब एक होगा तभी भगवान को प्राप्त कर सकता है, भगवान को बंधन कर सकता है, नहीं तो नहीं कर सकता। इसलिए देखा जाए एक तरफ 9 लाख गौ का रस्सी नहीं, पड़ोसी का मांग के लाया, धोती को जुड़ा, तब भी कोमल बंधन हुआ नहीं। तो जेवर कैसे पहनाया? यदि माप ना हो तो जेवर पहनाया कैसे? तो जेवर पहनाया इसका प्रमाण न। जब कोई द्वितीय मंथन का आवाज उनका नींद टूट जाता तब उन्होंने क्या किया? वो ऐसा ऐसे जाते थे। कैसे? शब्दे पानो नियमित रवम किंकिनी नाम युक्ता। शब्द पान इस हाथ में एक कोमल में जो खिलाया था जेवर जो आवाज करते हैं उसी को नियंत्रण किया। यदि कोमल का बंधन ना होता तो जेवर पिनाया कैसे? उसने तो माप दिया और उसी में आवाज करता है, इसीलिए खींच के रखा। और वही यशोदा थोड़ी बाद में उनको बंधन करने के लिए बंधन हुआ नहीं, इसलिए बोलता है ये अचिंत्य लीला नतान तर्के न जो ये तर्क से इसको जाना जाता नहीं। संपूर्ण शरणागत होकर, इसलिए शरणागत होकर आज कोई सवाल नहीं कर सकता। शरणागत होने का पहले जो कोई सवाल, इसीलिए जब तक एक कीर्तन में है जीव गोस्वामी क्या करेंगे, नेवाई तर्कनो
श्री जीव गोस्वामी कवे सिद्धांत सलीले।
वही तो सिद्धांत ये देखा है, एक गोस्वामी का मतभेद देखा जाता है, क्योंकि हम लोग समझते हैं रूप सनातन जयपत्र में साइन कर दिया और जीव गोस्वामी इसको फाड़ दिया। तो इन्होंने रूप गोस्वामी का अनुभव तो किया नहीं, इसमें भी समझना बड़ा कठिन। इसलिए हमारा परम गुरु जी को देखा जाता है, सब सहन करते हैं, भिड़ा मरता है सहन कर लेते हैं, लेकिन जरा से भी शास्त्रों सिद्धांत विरोध करे उनको प्रतिवाद, किसी को छोड़ा नहीं, उस वक्त छोड़ा। और यही जो लोग विरोध किया इसका उन्होंने अनुकूल समझा, ऐसा बात है। ऐसा सिद्धांत को जब तक हम लोग समझ ना सके तब तक प्रश्न का शेष होगा नहीं और हरि भजन आरंभ ही होगा नहीं। मंशा कृपा सिंधु भई पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Srila Mahārāja started mentioning that we have completed our Kartika Vrindavan in 64 limbs of Bhakti. Srila Rupa Goswāmi Pāda has mentioned Kartik Vrat Adi Palana. One limb of Bhakti is that devotees, they will be observing Vrat like Kartik and other Vrat also. Srila Mahārāja mentions Kartik Adi. Adi means Kartik, etc. Srila Mahārāja mentions Chaturmasya also gets included in it, and other Vrat also. So in this way, Srila Mahārāja mentioned that how we have observed our Kartik Masa. Even though Bhakti, one can perform in 100 and 1,000 ways. It's not that only 64 limb of Bhakti is there, but this 64 limb of Bhakti is very special. And if one observes it according to the path which has been followed by great personalities, Mahārājas, Guru Vargas, then they can really understand that how one can really get entrance into the service of Shri Radha and Krishna. They can understand what is the real meaning of Sharanagati. And then all the questions, all the doubts automatically comes to end. For this reason, we observe these vrata. Why? Because of sadhu sangha. What happens? So many conceptions automatically get cleared. When Srila Mahārāja started mentioning these things, the very first thing he mentioned that how earlier in Gaudiya Math itself, they used to chant Ashtayam Kirtan. In all the Ashtayam, different Kirtans were there. They used to sing it in a proper melody and rhythm, like at what time, how one has to sing, special, what they call special, rag, ragini, all these things. So they used to follow this. And by this, what they wanted to establish actually, that a person who has taken birth as a human being, he must understand that his only duty is to serve the Lord 24 hours out of 24 hours. There is no other duty for a living being, for a human being. There is no other duty to establish this truth in the heart of devotees. This 1 month they used to observe like that. But because nowadays we don't have bodies like that, that we can 24 hours get engaged into all these spiritual activities. So at least for us, there are some rules and regulations which we can follow with the devotees under their guidance, so that we can really appreciate and understand that how to progress in the path of bhakti. And then Srila Mahārāja mentioned that in this month we know that so many pastimes Krishna performed, like holding Giriraj Govardhan, and then the pride of Indra was being crushed by this particular Leela, Brahma Vimohan Leela, in which the pride of Brahma was being crushed by the Lord, and the proper conception manifested in their heart. So Srila Mahārāja at this point started mentioning that these particular pastimes teach us actually that how even personalities like Shiva, personalities like Indra or Brahma, they can get bewildered if they are not having complete surrender in their heart for the Lord. Then what to speak of us? But at the same time, we must understand that Lord, through these personalities, through Indra, through Brahma, He wants to give a lesson to us. That's why He performs these pastimes. Otherwise, how we can say that Brahma, who comes in the category of our Guru Varga, when we pray in Guru Parampara, we say Krishna Ite Chaturmukha. So Chaturmukha, he is directly, he got mercy of Krishna himself. He got mantra through his flute. So how it is possible that he can, like he is not surrendered, or he cannot understand any pastime of the Lord? So it is not possible. But through him, Krishna, he gives teaching to us that if you are not surrendered, then it is not possible for you to understand my pastime. Then Srila Mahārāja mentioned that how Indra, in one of the pastime of Bhagavan Vamandev, he becomes his younger brother. That's why he is known as Upendra. Even though at that time Indra, he is serving him, he is offering food to him. When Upendra, his brother, is going to rest, at that time Indra, he is even massaging the feet of Upendra, his brother. But still, because he is having a material desire in his heart, that oh, if I will worship him, if I will serve him, if he will be pleased with me, then the kingdom of heaven, I will always be the king of heaven. I will never be replaced from this position, from this seat. With this intention he serves. That's why at that time he is known as Karmi. Means not bhakta, not a devotee, only karmi. This is his activity which seems like service, but in reality that is also not service. So in this way, Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that we can understand Lord, he is manifesting different pastimes to teach us different lessons. And it is difficult for everybody to understand that at which place Brahma, Shiva or Indra, they are acting according to the will of the Lord, or they are misusing their own independence. So it is not possible for everybody to understand, but those who are surrendered, they can very clearly understand that where is the demarcation line, at which place they are acting independently or at which place they are actually acting according to the will of Lord. Then Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that this Kartik Vrata is also known as Damodar Mas Niyam Seva Vrata. Niyam Seva Vrata means in this particular month, a devotee, he takes a vow that I will be doing particular activity, particular service throughout the month. I will be doing this all the time with great responsibility and with great love. And then Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that how in this Damodar month we see the pastime which Lord manifested is very special. That same Krishna who was having so many ornaments around his arms, around his waist, around his feet, ankle bells, all these ornaments were there. And Mother Yashoda, according to the size of his limbs, she made different ornaments. But afterward, the same Krishna, she was unable to bind him. Even though she used many ropes, many saris, so many things were being used, but still she was unable to bind him. Why? Here also one very special teaching is been given by the Lord. What is that? Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned in the followers of Śrīla Ramanujacharya. There are two different branches. One branch they accept Marjarir Nyaya, means they accept the logic of cat. That cat, she always keeps her kitten in the mouth. She takes care of the kitten. She takes care. Whereas kitten is not worried at all. So in the same way, they say that we have to always be we should always fully inclined, having firm conviction that the Lord will be merciful to us. We are like a kitten. We cannot take care of us at all. And Lord, because of His mercy, He will take care of us. And then there is another group which they accept Markatir Nyaya. Means they accept like a logic of monkey. Baby monkey, baby monkey holds the mother. Not that mother takes care of baby. So in the same way, this second group, they say that we have to depend completely on our sadhana and bhajan. If we will do sadhana and bhajan, then and only then we will meet with perfection, otherwise not. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers, through this pastime of Damodar Leela, they come to the conclusion that both these things, when they meet together, then and only then it is possible for the sadhak to bind the Lord and attain his real mercy, otherwise not. Like Mother Yashoda, she was trying so much to bind Krishna. She did not want to give up her endeavor at any cost. On the other side, the Lord, by seeing her endeavor itself, he became merciful to her. When she was she tried whatever she can, and by seeing her sincere effort, when Lord became merciful, then and only then she was able to bind the Lord. So this is what Śrīla Mahārāja is mentioning, that both lines of Ramanujacharya's followers, we accept that both the lines are not perfect in itself, but the teaching which has been given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through this particular pastime of Damodar Leela, which has been manifested by his devotees in their writings, like Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. That's the real import of this pastime, and in that way one is able to bind the Lord, attain his mercy, not otherwise. And then Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that Krishna, he was having so many ornaments around his waist. When he used to go and wanted to steal butter, at that time what he used to do with his own left hand, he used to hold those particular bells which were there around his waist so that they don't make any noise. But the same Krishna, he showed this particular pastime, that Mother Yashoda, she cannot bind him with whatever clothes she can use by her own will, unless and until he becomes merciful to her. And then Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that this is called real Sharanagati. Real Sharanagati means endeavoring according to the path shown by the Mahajans, never getting discouraged. And when you are having firm faith in the words of Guru Parampara, then what happens? Lord automatically becomes merciful. And then Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned, that's why we see there are so many different acharyas. They manifest their specialities. Like he mentioned about Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, that Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, about him, we hear from one of the kirtan of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in which he praised Rupa Goswami in a different way, to Sanatana Goswami for some special reason, and to Srila Jiva Goswami for a special reason. Like Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned today about Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, that he praised that Shri Jiva Goswami kabe siddhanta salile tarka nal nivai mein chitt jahi jwale. That when Srila Jiva Goswami Pad will become merciful to me. Shri Jiva Goswami kabe siddhanta salile. Siddhantas, these are special revealed truth of the Shastras, which has been shown by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is been preserved by Sri Jiva Goswami Pad through his Shat Sandarbh and all other scriptures. And Sri Jiva Goswami Kabe Siddhanta Salile, these Siddhantas are like the river, and it's continuously flowing. So many Siddhantas, wonderful Siddhantas are there in the path of Bhakti. Shri Jiva Goswami kabe siddhanta salile, tarka nal nivaibe. But who can understand this revealed truth of the Shastras? A person who is surrendered. Because these things cannot be understandable only through logic. Tarka, logic, is having no entrance into the real spiritual truths. So when a person becomes completely surrendered, then and only then he can understand that what particular thing is being mentioned in the Shastra and what is the real purport of it. Otherwise, it is not possible. So, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, he has shown that how he was completely surrendered to Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, to Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad. That's why, without meeting with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu externally, he was able to understand the real teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everything manifested in his heart through Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. Why? Because he was completely surrendered over there. So in the same way, when a person is surrendered to the representative or the devotees in pure Guru Parampara, then the real truth manifests in their heart without faith. This is what Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned. And at that time, Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that at that time one is unable to tolerate any kind of any kind of misconception in the path of Shuddha Vicharadhara. Like Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned about Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswāmi Thakur Prabhupada. What he did, Śrīla Mahārāja mentioned that he was so fixed in the Siddhanta, he was so much surrendered that understand everything very clearly, that if somebody is against him, then he tolerates it and applies the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Tattenu Kampa Susvikshamano, that whatever opposition is coming to me, that is because of my own karma, and I have to tolerate it. Tattenu Kampa, and see that the Lord's mercy is there in that. He was able to see that and apply it particularly when somebody speaks only about him, against him. But when somebody is against the teachings of Guru Varga, then he was like a lion. He was unable to tolerate it at all, and he opposed it in any possible way. Means through his katha, through his preachers, through his magazines, through his books, in each and every possible way, he opposed that particular thing which was against the Siddhanta of his Guru. So Śrīla Mahārāja mentions many times that this was his real Trinadavi Shunichita. For himself, when he is tolerating, that was also Trinadavi Shunichita. And when somebody was opposing the words of his Guru Parampara, and when he was acting as a lion, at that time also that is considered his real humility, humbleness, nothing else. So all these truths can be understood very clearly, that when a person is showing this kind of lion form, that time also is Trinadavi Shunicha. And the time when he is tolerating something coming on him, that is also Trinadavi Shunichita. The difference, demarcation line in this can be understandable only by those who are completely surrendered. Otherwise, for others, it will always be bewilderment. And when a person is not surrendered, he may ask 100 and 1,000 of questions, he may get answers also, but still he will not be able to hold the proper Siddhanta in his heart. But when a person sincerely tries to surrender himself to the pure devotees, in our Guru Parampara, then what happens? All the answers automatically, one by one, because of his sincerity, becomes clear, and then he is fixed in the path of Bhakti. Hare Krishna.